I just was driving past a cathedral, big beautiful cathedral in the old city in Portsmouth. The demography of people either side of me right now is amazing. Anyway, I just passed a sign saying diversion. That's quite funny. I just drove past the cathedral and I had to stop outside it for a bit, and I saw this big Middle Eastern family. I think they were Indian actually. Well, not Middle Eastern, Indian. All walking past the cathedral. I thought that paints a picture. Then when I was leaving, same spot, there was a big African family, and I could have taken a picture of each of them. And it shows, like, you know, we have all these. This is interesting. We have all these big, beautiful cathedrals everywhere, and we don't use them because the religion, I guess, not the normal Christian, but, well, society stepped away from Christianity, which was kind of the bedrock of this country, England. Let's just talk about England for a minute. And even Henry VIII, the way to marry, was it Anne Boleyn? He had to create the Church of England. And even way back then, I guess that's maybe one point where we as a country have stepped away from the church and Christianity. And we have all these beautiful cathedrals here from the old world, whatever they were. It's another rabbit hole. But it's interesting, isn't it? How the culture, the religion that we used to worship, do some digging into the Catholic Church and you soon realise it's a bit of a crock. But yeah, second point, different altogether. Actually, Kirsty, 3 points today. Second point, really good washing day today. Very extremely windy down here. I guess you guys up where Matt and Kirsty and Emma up north, not north, but lower north. You'll be getting it worse than us. My mum, I'm about to ring my mum actually. She'll be getting it really bad in Scotland. They're getting, like, I'll send you a video. I'll get to send me a video because it'll be proper up there. But yeah, but the second point, great washing day, Kirsty. Had my washing out, then it fucking rained, didn't it? Fucking rained, and you run around like a blue ass fly, cursing the weather. Anyway, third point. Let me leave another video for this one. I watched the movie WarDogs. Jonah Hill and David Pascal, I think his name is. Great movie, and I want to talk about it in the next video.
They call guys like us war dogs, bottom feeders who make money off of war without ever stepping foot on the battlefield.
I watched WarDogs. Great movie, actually. Do enjoy that movie. I want to see the producer. Good, well directed, but the music's good and stuff. But I rewatched that movie for the third time, but first time since I've been awake. And it's all about the military-industrial complex. And not the first word's important, the second two words are important. Especially the third word, complex. The military-industrial complex. Replace the word complex with economy.
$997 billion. Yes, that's how much the USA spends on its military every single year. And here's the crazy part. That's 4 times higher than number 2 on the list. China. $997 billion is more than the combined military budgets of Russia, India, UK, France, Germany, and a dozen more countries. So where does this money go? $300 billion goes to pay for salaries, pensions, and healthcare of troops and veterans. $200 billion goes to weapons and equipment. $150 billion funds the nuclear arsenal and missile defense programs. $120 billion billion goes to research and development, and the rest $220 billion keeps the lights on. America alone accounts for nearly 40% of all global military spending, and with the Golden Dome in the picture, this number is about to go a lot higher.
Because you watch that movie, I recommend you watch it. Okay, it's on it's actually promoted on Amazon at the moment because of what's happening. And it kind of like Hollywood-fies selling ammo and guns and getting rich and living the American dream, then losing it all through greed. And what occurred to me watching that movie, a third into it, is there's a whole economy based on the military, whole economy, and we would be stupid to think that that economy is just going to disappear. Because you watch that movie WarDogs and you really realize how big that economy is. That's why the war machine rolls on and rolls on and rolls on, because of this war economy. Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, all the big American companies, Elbit Systems, Raphael, etc., etc. Too many to list. But you watch that movie and you realize that whatever we do, we are not gonna change that, unfortunately. That's the issue. Just to touch on what's happening close to Gaza as well right now, with the flotilla that was captured. Israel have kidnapped 497 people from 46 or 49 countries. I think it's 49 countries. Yeah, 49 countries. In international waters. What about maritime law? What about international law? And there's been quite a big flotilla left Greece and Turkey heading there now. They're actually quite close because they're obviously not that far from the beach of Gaza, where they're literally bombing people in tents. You know, who's doing the surveillance for that operation? Probably from their bases in Cyprus, Akrotiri, and the other one. But this is actually how. This could be how the shitty little state of Israel actually begins its road to demolition, to actually destroying the state of Israel. Because if boats keep sailing to Israel, they are not going to be able to stop every boat and arrest everybody. It's going to get to breaking point. And that is interesting. Very interesting time to be alive. Extremely. Meanwhile, the UK, like that incident in Manchester at a certain synagogue the other night, personally, I think that's an MI5 operation. Just my little opinion. Just to distract you from what's happening over in the historic centre of our world, where civilizations began.
And not Middle East,
but
please.
You did not
No,
mention,
not Middle East.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Okay. But yeah, but let me finish and
No,
then
no,
you
no,
react.
no, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
I'll give you all time.
Okay.
We are here till the morning. The minute I hear Middle East, I become upset. Because this is a colonial language.
What should
It's
I do?
like third world, like post-colonial. Middle East. What? Middle to who? You have to ask yourself.
So-
We
So
learn.
what is the term to
I'll
be
tell you.
used?
Just
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Patience. Patience. knowledge comes from you ask yourself why. Who called us? Why we are called Middle East? We were named, and we have to study history. We were named the Middle East because we were a British colony. So Egypt was Middle East relative to London. And India was called Far East relative to London because India was also a colony. So now, when I go to London, I say I go to the Middle West. And people laugh. When I go to the United States, I say I'm going to the Far West. And people even laugh. But when she say Middle East, nobody laugh. You see? That's colonialism. That's colonial language that we need to decolonize the language.
Palestine, the Palestinian people are still the only people on earth to speak the language of Jesus. And this shitty little state of Israel, through their method of reading their scripture, feel themselves they're entitled to take this state of Judea and Samaria, which is the West Bank, and they want to take Gaza as well. Also, the oil fields. It's all about money, real estate, Trump, Steve Witkoff, absolute actors in a theatre of what they call war. They're war dogs. Literal war dogs.
The film is based upon this book, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This book, Schindler's List. Now, as Mr. Zundel said, this book is a work of fiction.
Yeah.
Then, Mr. Zundel, you pointed out to me in so many places, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to take the liberty to read part of it here. This book, in the beginning, in the back, and front cover, says this is a work of fiction. Now, think what that... Well, let me read it to you here. This is in the very front cover. It says, this book is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents are either products of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Now, I'm going to let that soak in, friends. That's right out of the book here. Schindler's List. It also says this. It says, any resemblance to actual events or locales or persons, living or dead, is entirely coincidental. Now imagine, we've got in America today this Schindler's List being shown to school children as if it's the truth, and the author right away says, hey, this whole thing is imagination. We made it up. It's fiction.
Yeah, we have governors of states like New Jersey and California actually decreeing that school students must go and see the film. They have over 30,000 teaching guides already shipped out. It is an amazing thing to me that we are trying to teach our children about a historical event, alleged historical event, based on a prize-winning novel.
Well, let me read another one in the back. Let me give you another one here. It says, in addition to Schindler's List, which won the book's prize, and the LA Times book award for fiction. So, here we have a film, ladies and gentlemen, Schindler's List, being shown to our school children as truth, when it's based on the book that says this is a work of fiction. In other words, it's not true.
Yes? Hello. I think there's been a mix-up. I'm South Korean. I was told we would be praying for money.
Oh, no. That capital is Pig Dog South Korean Squid Game. This is debt-free communist utopia North Korean Squid Game. We play for food.
Oh. Okay. I think I just head back down south then, if that's okay.
Oh, really? You sure you don't want to play? Next game is classic North Korean children's game. Informing on your neighbors. It's gonna be really fun.
No, that's okay. I'll just go to the store if I'm feeling peckish. So, you were saying earlier that we could take a vote if we want to leave?
Oh yeah, good idea. A beep, 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 boop. Oh wow, that's crazy. 120% of people voted to stay?
Hey!
Looks like Player 53 decided to go back home safe and sound to dystopian nightmare land South Korea, where he'll surely be crushed to death under the weight of his student rounds. They are just so indoctrinated. Oh well, guess everyone else gets more yum yum dim sum.